Hey guys, so I'm here with my Range Rover Velar, and I'm going to take you through some of the features that I've got on the dashboard, the in-control display and the ambient lighting and so on. So hopefully you guys get to see some of the options I've bought with it, and hopefully give you a little bit of a review from it as well. Okay guys, so this is my interior. So just going to go through some of the options here, what I've added. So I have the Navigation Pro. Swiping to the right there, you can see you have various options. You can have a look at the cameras if your car comes with it for the rear parking sensors. So I've parked up in my house, but I can always turn that on manually. There's a web browser as well if you ever want to browse the internet for anything, or if you're out and about and you want to Google possibly the best restaurants nearby to where you are or anything like that, you can do that from there. I have my phone connected to this as well via Bluetooth, so I can access my contacts, do voice control commands, maybe call someone, change the music, play a particular playlist and so on. There's also this option here called In-Control Apps. Now this is a really useful way of connecting your phone via the USB port inside the bottom of the dashboard, which you can't see at the moment. So you can add things like the parking app, a custom navigation app, for example, if you want to use that instead of the inbuilt navigation. You can add your Spotify playlist directly into the car as well by connecting it directly, and there's various other useful apps that you can incorporate with the in-control screen. Swiping along a little bit further, I've also added a custom option for ambient lighting. Although it's daytime at the moment, you won't be able to see it, but you must have seen a few videos on YouTube already around this. So you can actually select various different colors for the interior of your car. They usually come down on the inside of your front seats, just behind the dashboard there, and you get them around all of the doors on the car. One little useful thing on the left hand side, you always have the panel which you can swipe up and down to show various different options. So you can either see the news feed here, the weather, the road that you're on, the phone you're connected to, and if you're playing any music, whether it's from the radio or from your phone, you'll see information on that there. I tend to leave it on the weather because that's the most useful information for me. We can also see your vehicle dimensions and various settings around the information about what the car can do and so on. Just to quickly show you then about the media, I have the radio, but you can also change the source to be either your phone, media library with anything you've transferred via USB onto the internal hard drive, or I have the option for TV. Just quickly show you that, see what it's like in terms of quality and reception. So you can see that it doesn't actually fill the full width of the screen. That's basically the ratio that the videos are broadcast in. But you can also find specific channels if you're interested. At the moment, I've got all of the channels that are available on Freeview here in the UK. So I can tap anywhere on the sidebar to just skip a lot of them. Generally, I think the quality is pretty good. So I'm just opening up a HD channel. Usually probably takes about 10 seconds to load. It depends on the area that you're in. If you're in a very remote area, it may not find reception, but as you can see here, this is high quality, and if I'm arrived early somewhere and I'm waiting for people, then this is always a good option to pass the time. Putting the volume up.
In the Daily Mirror is reporting that Mesut Ozil won't make today's game. Is that a blow, Mark? I mean, there's many people who say
sound quality is pretty good.
Away from home shouldn't be
so that is really a useful feature which I've liked. So you tap on a screen, I can change the source back to radio and so on. So if I go back, now one other thing which I think is pretty useful is the able to change the screen angle. So whether the lighting or the sun is in your eyes, or it's reflecting off the windows onto the screen, you can change the angle of this actual screen. So I just keep it about there, which I think is useful for most options. Now if you have a look at the climate control here, you're able to send the fan, whether you want it cooled or heated, into various parts, positions of your seating. So it can come to your face, towards your body, or down towards your feet. If you unselect all of them, it splits it between the entire car. And there's also an option to get your heated seats. You normally have to go to seats and then turn it on, so it will start heating up, and then you can change the level of the heat with the scroller here. One useful thing I've noticed that is if you push this circle button like that, it changes to the heated seat mode. So from there you can control it directly, and then you can turn it on and off, and if you press it again, it goes back to your climate control. You also have your vehicle settings. Depending on the terrain that you're driving in, you can select that. This is automatic turn off when the car is at traffic lights, and it's really useful for saving on fuel. And then you can also access your settings quickly from there as well. If you tap the middle option there, that brings down your media control, so you can change the source from here, and if you can leave that running with, for example, navigation and so on. One other useful thing I like about the buttons on the steering wheel is if you scroll around there, touch sensitive, you can turn the volume up. So if I'm on the radio, for example, I can change the volume by just...
The entire Serengeti comes to life around you.
Like so. So that's pretty much it. If you think this is looking really good, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below, and I'm trying my best to answer it. Thank you for watching.